Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Monique and welcome to Medora Budgets. I'd like to thank anybody who's liked or commented on any of my videos, and especially those that have chosen to subscribe to my channel. Truly started this as a way to hold myself accountable, but I understand, recognize, and appreciate the community as a whole. So if you are rocking with me on this journey, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you haven't made up your mind yet, sit with me for a spell. At the end of this video, if you find this content valuable or enjoyable, please feel free to subscribe. It's myself and Sweets, married with a whole bunch of kids, trying to figure out our future, family, and finances, so the decisions we're making now won't negatively impact them in the future. Give me a second. Y'all know where I make my videos at. In the parking lot at Starbucks. So that's where I am today. Today is Monday the 30th, December the 30th. You'll probably see, I don't know when you're going to see this video, but I did want to talk through today my 2025 goals that I have, and I had to write them down in my handy dandy notebook. And so I'm going to be looking down and looking at this, and let me find it really quickly. There they go. But I've been talking through these with Sweets, just trying to get all of my thoughts together. Thought it would be better for me to come on camera and talk through this instead of y'all looking at my hands on this particular one. 2025, my word is organization. That is where I feel like I am lacking a little bit. I'm very detailed. Y'all see that. I'm good at detail. I'm good at working through process. But what I've realized is I've got to work through my organization for my personal life and content and those types of things, so that it aligns with like the way that I work when I'm at work, right? That I am a business process analyst manager. I am, looking at different things and then figuring out where there are some holes and trying to plug up those holes and keep projects moving. So a lot of people that have bigger commas than me, I'm trying to help them kind of gatekeep and kind of get where they need to. And I realize I don't necessarily incorporate as much of that into my personal life. And it is a struggle because I am a Sag. I'm a Sagittarius. I don't like to have too many rules kind of holding us down. And so I've always been a little bit skeptical about how much process I put into my personal life. And so that is the part that I'm working on now for 2025. And what I realize is all it is about setting a routine. It's not necessarily setting up rules, but it's setting up a routine. And so that's the piece that I have been working on. So one of the goals that I have was developing a weekly routine of those things that I wanted to mark off as being high priority for me. So developing what a weekly routine list would look like, and I may post a picture of it somewhere over here. So let me come over this side. But a weekly routine list, and then taking that and incorporating it into an AM routine and a PM routine that I will try to follow daily, so that I can make sure I'm always progressing in these things that I'm saying are very important to me. So what does my weekly routine look like? So as far as the list is concerned, I want to read, study, and create something every day. I want to read, study, and create something every day. Okay? Under read, it's not just reading it physically, but it might be a part of an audio as well, because I'm big on the audio. I can listen and still work at the same time. So read, of course, number one, Bible. There will always be at least a Bible verse that I'm going to read every day. And then something from either an Audible book or a podcast or a YouTube video, like I talked about, looking at mommy trader videos, but something to help me to grow or progress in some area. I want to do one of those every single day. Or it may just be an Audible where I'm reading a romance novel because I'm just feeling romancy, and so I might decide to do that as well. But there's always a Bible verse at least, and then something else: Audible, podcast, YouTube video, something else that can maybe play in the background while I'm working on something, or maybe play while I am exercising, maybe out for a walk, something to that effect. So read, that's the read. Number two, study, not create, study. So I want to either do, I've got three things listed here. I either want to do a Bible lesson, a sign language study session for ASL or Duolingo to learn French. So I'm not doing all three of those every day. I'm just going to rotate them throughout the read, study, create cycle. So I'm going to rotate one of those. Next is create. So for create, I want to either I might create a YouTube video. I may just be editing that particular video, and we'll get to that content piece in a moment. Maybe create a short or a reel. Maybe create just, set everything up and create a cute IG photo that I would then load to my Instagram page. Or maybe I'm just content mapping, right? Just deciding what it is that I want to do for a video. But something up in that area, I do want to make sure that I am doing. So that's my weekly routine list as far as that personal piece is concerned. I want to read something, I want to study something, I want to create something. Now, I might continue to add to this list. So this list will be loaded somewhere on my catch-all planner that I have from Dash Planner. But at this point, I'm not sure what else to add, but there might become a time that I need to add some additional things to that. Okay, so I'm going to have that as my weekly routine list. Then I went through, well, what does my AM routine look like? From the time I get up in the morning, what does it look like? All right, so first thing is Jesus and me. And sweets might be along on that one too. So it might be me, Jesus, and sweets together, because we do sometimes do a little Bible study together, or we might talk about the Bible, like a Bible verse I read or something that he's seen, etc. And we tend to do that in the mornings, laying in the bed before we actually get up and get everything started. So I'm going to have some exercise and Xerxes time. So Xerxes is my doggy, and I used to walk him at a park, and that would be my exercise, and that would be his time with me along with Mama alone. And so we're going to try and get back to that. That's going to look a little different just depending on the weather. Sometimes it's just way too cold out there to walk because we are in the winter months, but definitely as we're getting into the spring and the summer and the fall, I will be incorporating that back in again, where we'll do Xerxes and exercise, and that's kind of together, right? I want to clean and want to get organized. It's making sure that I'm taking my supplements. That's making sure that I'm getting my stuff planned for throughout the day as far as what I'm going to do for my personal, for my home. It could be cleaning out my inbox of emails. It could be handling the mail that it came in the day before, and I need to kind of go through that. Clean is going to be along with that as well. So I watch Breezy organization videos a lot, and I used actually her Breezy O planner for a lot of 2024, and she has this thing where she says a 15-minute clean. You guys would be amazed at how well that has worked. That is something I did incorporate, and although I'm not using her planner anymore, I am still using that step because it really helps. 15-minute clean. Set my timer for 15 minutes, put some music on, and then clean something. It might be dusting a room. It might be just putting a load of laundry in. It might be cleaning off the table. It might be washing up some dishes that the kids had dirtied up and they're still in there. Who knows what it might be. It has helped keep things progressing so that on the weekends, I'm not spending so much time trying to clean and take care of things, and I can get outside if I need to or handle some other things. So, and then plan. And that's where I'm going to pull something from my weekly routine list and incorporate that into my AM routine. I'm going to go the read and the study in the AM routine specifically, and I'm going to try and cover reading something or getting set for something else that I might want to listen to, like an audio or a audio book or a podcast, and then have some type of study session, whether it's Duolingo, sign ministry, or it's a Bible lesson. All right, so that's AM routine. Then I got to work, right? Because I got to make money. And then I'm going to have my PM routine, and that should start roughly around 5 o'clock, let's say every day is when I start my PM routine. So what I want to do is from 5 to 7 every day is where I would then do a plan from my weekly routine list, pull something else from that list, from the create list, and then do something there. And for that, I am going to have it a little bit more structured. And the reason why is when 7 p.m. hits, there's no more content creation. There's nothing else that I want to do. I might have to plan for the next day because just personally I have to plan, but I am not going to do any content creation after 7 p.m. in the course of the day. I'm going to turn that part of my brain off because sometimes my mind has too many tabs open, and Sweets has already made it very clear. Bedroom talk, budget talk, they're two different things. See, when we in the bedroom, we doing bedroom things. We not doing budget things. So Now what's left is connect, some type of connect. I'm either going to call or text somebody. Maybe that's when I'm going to go to an exercise class. If we have the Zumba classes, I think I talked about maybe getting those incorporated back. So maybe a Zumba class or something. Maybe I do a sign ministry class. Maybe I'm going to Bible study instead of just pulling it up online, etc. So have some type of connect part here, some type of connection with other people to maintain relationship. But there's always going to be family time in that PM routine, right? So we're gonna have dinner together, and then we're gonna sit and watch a movie. Maybe we talk, maybe we play a game. We like playing games. I have a whole bunch of games and we pull them out and we do it. We actually still play Life, and we play checkers, and we do things. So we have a lot of board games, and so maybe we do that. Maybe we watch dinner, maybe we watch TV while we're eating dinner, but there will be some family time that's included there as well. So my goal is to have an AM routine and a PM routine to help me stay organized and make sure that everybody's getting a little bit of love from Monique. And I'm going to incorporate stuff from a weekly routine list to have within that AM routine and PM routine to keep me moving on some of the other goals that I have. The fourth is around content engagement. So I've never really come on here and talked about, like, I want to have so many subscribers by a certain time or so many watch hours by a certain time. It's not that it isn't important to me and something that I've looked at. It's just not been a driving force necessarily as far as a goal is concerned. But what I have realized in 2025, I do want to increase my content engagement. And if I increase my content engagement, then the subscriber list and the and watch hours, all of that stuff will start to happen naturally, I believe. So here's some of the things that I'm going to do. Number one, I am starting to make my videos a little bit more interactive or engaging in those. Up until now, I'm 300 videos in, and if you go back to day one and look through them, you just got what you got. I made a video and then I loaded it. But lately, in the last, I guess the month of December, I started to use CapCut. I noticed that a lot of content creators use it. So I moved to using that, and I realized it isn't as bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be to kind of edit some video here and there. I want to do a marriage and money series, and Sweets and I have been talking about that. So you'll be seeing the first video of that pretty soon. We're going to do one of those every quarter because I do think some of the things that we talk about and some of the things that we discuss, I think it would help some people who are married or significant others, and y'all have started to combine your finances. Now, Sweets and I haven't combined a lot, but that's a part of this whole marriage and money series, because we started to realize we're hard coded in some ways on how we see our finances. And I think, don't hold me to it, but I think the first video we're going to make is what to do when you have one person who is extreme budgeter and one person who is extremely not. One a quarter. So you'll see them 4 times in the course of 2025. I want to do more of this, more of the face-to-face interaction with you guys as far as these videos are concerned. And I think they're going to be around the goals that I set from a monthly perspective, or maybe from a quarterly perspective. I'm not sure. But as well as the things that I'm going to do around investment. So you guys know I'm going to take you guys on the journey with me as I'm starting to invest on my own using the Public app or public.com as the catalyst for that, right? I mean, I think that helps instead of y'all just seeing my hands like I talked about earlier. And then I need to beef up what I'm doing on Instagram. It's not a lot. I started a page about 6 months ago. I've got a few little videos or photos out there, but I haven't really been engaging with that as much as I probably could. So I want to figure out a way to incorporate the IG, maybe doing something on there twice a week. But I'm gonna do it in tandem with my YouTube. I'm not going to create more content necessarily. It's going to be using what I have or what I make to make sure it works in all areas. That way, again, not using up so much of my time that I have, so that I can concentrate on some of those family things and personal things that I really want to do. And so I think that is it. So weekly routine list, getting that established and working from that during my daily routine, setting up an AM routine, setting up a PM routine, and then working on content engagement. So those are the goals that I have for 2025. I think I covered everything from a life perspective, but maybe I didn't. And so when I do a quarterly check-in for these, we'll just see then. Maybe we start to revamp things again. Maybe I have another squirrel moment and take y'all on this roller coaster ride with me. Okay, I think that is it. Thanks everybody for your time. You guys have a good one.